And welcome back to beautiful Dubbo. Some pretty warm conditions here, 28 degrees at the moment, but fortunately a slight breeze as we move to the 18 girls division for the Junior State Cup Northern Conference for New South Wales Touch Football Association. Manly taking on Wallsend, and the Northern Beaches girls set to get first use of the ball. James Preston and Mitch Walkerton with you in commentary. And Mitch, this is a top of the table clash pretty much. 3 from 3 for both these sides so far today.
Yep, just looking at the ladders, both teams undefeated, so it should be a really good game.
We are very keen for this one. It will be Zara Halliday to get us underway here for Manly. She'll touch, and off we go. 25 minutes away from finding out if finally one of these sides will have a little bit of a chink in their armour, or potentially are we set for some sort of exhilarating draw by the end of full time. There are, of course, no half-times, and the sides will change positions if they happen to score a try, and we're going to see it straight away. It is Halliday who dives in, and it's more than a Halliday for her. She's having a holiday here in Dubbo.
Yep, started off with a very nice little punish there on the link, stood her up, and then just went, see you later. Try 1-0. Very, very nice start for the Manly girls.
Literally a perfect start for them. A complete set resulting in a try. And now Wallsend with all the work to do as they pop it from left to right, opening up the play just a little bit. Here is Chippendale. We've seen her at higher representative honours, that's for sure. Zali once more now looks to put on the pace. Here they go, the girls. Wallsend nearly away. Good cover defence there from Tiani Smith. They'll manage to get another set to play with here from the 7-metre mark. Back to Chippendale now. Slows it down before linking up with Sonny Mitchell. Mitchell to Chippendale. Chippendale drops it off, receives it once again, heading to that open side, a big cutout pass, all sorts of space out there, and Emerson Wilson ties things up. It's 1 try apiece.
Yeah, that was a fantastic pass there from Chippendale. She just played straight. The winger did seem like she was in a long way into the wind. 10, 15-metre pass, no problems at all, and we've got 1-1, James.
It's looking very good for both sides early on. Less than 2 minutes played, already 2 tries. And each time one of the opposition sides has headed down this end of the field, they've come away with points so far. So Manly first to trouble the scorers list, then Wallsend. We literally haven't been on the other side of halfway so far, given we do have the turnaround protocol for this particular tournament. Let's see if we eventually get there. Last play now here for Manly. First receiver, here's Medved. Comes that way now, looking to change the angle. Instead, she puts on the pace. And eventually the touch comes in from Holly Radburn. That's nice sliding defence there.
Yeah, it was a very nice touch there from Radburn. Didn't panic, chased the girl down, made the touch, and Wallsend a very nice start to their set. Looks like they're heading towards their box.
So Madeline Stevens in there at acting half, and now finally we see the other side of the field used. It's taken 2.5 minutes just about, but we're in to the other side of the field. They always say there is a scoring end. That's certainly been the case so far. So play the ball here for Manly with a changeover as they head up towards halfway. Nearly losing the footing there was Sonny Mitchell. Play on is the call instead. Quick pass on here, and now Medved once more goes driving hard at the line. Fresh troops onto the field as Vera hopped in at acting half and promoted the footy further on. Now Calms. Calms once again here through the middle. Last play gets the strike dump. Here they go at pace. Manly, good ball, but once again watchful in defence. They shut it down very quickly there.
Yeah, very, very good defence there. A little sweeper play there. The girls went 3-on-3. And once again, a very good start to the set here from Wallsend as they head towards their box, and they're almost at halfway on tackle number 2.
Yeah, very good set to begin with. Let's see how the transition works for them. It's not particularly smooth. They're still waiting for players to get into the thick of things. Now they arrive. Stevens picks it up, and Chippendale is also out there. So some of the big guns on deck. Here is one of them now. Chippendale scything with the run. A nice floating cutout pass as well. It's gone backwards. It's all good. Wallsend go back to back, and they lead 2 tries to 1.
Yeah, it was the same play that you mentioned earlier, James. Chippendale with a beautiful right to left. Another 10-metre pass. Really, really good try. Nice flow from the Wallsend girls. And they've hit the front, 2-1.
So Manly now with a bit of work to do after just under 4 minutes. We've seen 3 tries. This could be a very high-scoring affair based on what we've seen so far. They changed the angle once more. Here's Zara Halliday, who got the first try of the match. Once more they scoot short side. Halliday stepping off the right foot. Watchful defence though from Chippendale. A nice dive to ensure the touch was made. They've said that one isn't quite played on the mark. Good to see our officials aren't slacking off toward the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Always the stickler.
Yes.
Touch is in here. Play on now for Halliday. Halliday trying to squeeze through a gap. None opening up, and that is the changeover. So once more, really stern defence from Wallsend.
Yeah, absolutely, James. No panic there. Another nice rooster play there for the girls from Manly. But Wallsend were able to counter that, and once again, they come flying out of their box with good flow and a good drive here.
Really clinical approach from both sides so far in this match. And of course, just as I've said that, here comes the commentator's curse.
There it is.
Wouldn't quite be the case otherwise, would it?
There it is. You give someone a wrap and then straight away, there's the error.
I was just going to say there's a reason both these sides have gone 3 for 3. Apparently it's because they do errors like that. Wonderful stuff. They turn it back on the inside now for Morgan. Morgan in at acting half for the follow-up play. And there's one in like kind. This time, though, it is for 7 on the field for Manly. So just not quite getting that subset right there.
No, they didn't. It's a play that the Manly Prems team uses, and Brownie, who's I can see down there in the box, who's also involved with the Manly Prems girls. It's the same play that they like to run. And what have we got here?
Oh, I think they're very lucky with that one. There was definitely a bit of a strip at the ball after the touch.
Yeah, I think there was definitely a bit of a hand in there. But anyhow, you have to play what it is, and Mr. Mason, the referee, calls it as he sees it, and he's saying roll ball.
Well, no benefit of the bunker, of course, in touch football. Actually, it's probably a benefit to the spectator that we don't have to deal with that.
Yep, that's right. It would absolutely ruin our game. We need the flow. We don't need all the breaks.
So French plays it, and out it comes now to Wignall. In fact, that's Van der Reyden, so they've switched jerseys just to make it that much more difficult. But Grace French finds no difficulty in getting to the try line. We have a level ball game once more, 2 tries apiece.
Yeah, really, really nice setup play. They've run the sweeper, so they decide to pick up and go back the short side with the option. Fooled everybody, including myself, and it's an easy try for the Manly girls.
So after 6.5 minutes, we are back level once again. Wallsend with a chance to apply some pressure now themselves. Chippendale comes forward. Good meters on offer for Chippendale. And now with Stevens, who centres things a little bit more, drops it on that 7-metre mark. Chippendale, beautiful pass. It's opened up again for them like Sydney heads. Zali Chippendale is distributing the ball like an absolute expert.
Yep, she's putting on a clinic. That was a really, really good ball. A great hole from the link chopping in. Very hard read there for the Manly winger. But Chippendale summed it up perfectly. She's put on all 3 tries for the Wolves.
So 3-2, Wallsend lead over their Sydney counterparts. Manly girls now looking to put themselves back in contention here with Patterson on that run, followed up by Van der Reyden. And still they march forward pretty easily here through Halliday. Halliday still going. It's like she had spiders on her for a moment.
Yeah, that same punish plate, the same setup, how they scored their initial try. I think the Wallsend coach would like to see the girls take a step off the line and not just be so close to the try line. But that's really good defence there from the link from the Wolves. Number 7, Wilson, I believe it is.
Yes, Emerson Wilson and also Stevens chiming in for that last play there to shut things down. And good meters on offer here for the Wolves, who start howling up the field. A little bit of a dummy coming in as they work towards their sub-box here. Wonderful diving effort, but they just managed to evade it. Keep marching upfield. But never onside is the call from Mr. Mason, our referee. In fact, speaking of call, one of the players is going to be called out and forced subbed as well.
There you go. Maybe a little bit too heavy-handed in the touch.
If it was heavy-handed, it was something that perhaps escaped the initial attention of you and I, but certainly not our matchday officials, as Wallsend continue marching upfield. Chesworth drops it just short of that 7-metre mark. Play on is the call. Mitchell out of acting half, and now back here to Chesworth. Mitchell through the middle. Well read, though, from Patterson. Last play now for the Wallsend Wolves. Just under 9 minutes gone. This one is going along very quickly, but this time there is no opening. Good defensive work from the Manly side.
Yeah, both teams have sort of settled down a little bit more now, trying to get a bit more flow through the midfield. And there's that move again where they save the touch. where they got penalised last time. So Brownie would be happy that there was not 7 on this time. And the girls should have an extra touch to attack with when they get down on the try line.
Here is French, who has scored one of their tries so far. She picked up the most recent one. Oh, little juggle still alive there for Manly. Did a good job eventually to reel it in. Patterson is there in support. They get the touch across, though. Nice work from the very hard-working middle on that occasion there for the Wallsend Wolves.
Yeah, Tiani Smith just kept out a half. Just wasn't able to make it through the dummy half, but it was a good set there from the Manly girls. And once again, a good start to the set here from the Wolves.
So Radburn with that run. Now they follow it up and get over halfway. Oh, that's got to be a forward pass for sure. They haven't seen it, though. And unfortunately, I think our sideline official on this side is actually caught up at the moment, chatting to a few of the players, ensuring that they don't encroach on the field. And in the process, that one's gone missed.
Oh, well, they are human, our officials. You know, the players make mistakes. Referees make mistakes. Oh, there's another forward pass there, I believe.
But commentators never make mistakes, right, Mitch?
Oh, absolutely.
Never not. They work it away here through Evie Wignall. And that is left behind. Speaking of mistakes, a change over here for Wallsend. They get the quick touch, and off they go. Wickham. Now Chippendale. Stevens flicks it up here for Chippendale. Slowing things down. Such a dangerous customer is Zali Chippendale. Bit of patience about this set so far from Wallsend.
Yeah, not sure what they're trying to set up here, but it'll certainly involve Chippendale.
She is playing it. Well, they haven't got the strike dump to work with on the last, and there's a lot of miscommunication here. That's extremely disjointed.
No, that is a very, very poor set. A tap from halfway to put on basically nothing is a very, very disappointing set there for the Wolves, and I'm sure their coach will want them to fix that next time they get down near that 7 metre line.
It's very un-Wolves-like. We've seen how clinical they've been in their approach to everything so far in this match in the opening 10 or 11 minutes, and that's the first time things have come unstuck as Chippendale makes the touch there. So Manly up over halfway, popping it back towards the middle. Nice little scoot here from Halliday. Halliday threatening once more and then linking up with Tasma Patterson.
But a very nice touch there from Holly Radburn, shutting down the run there. So, and here they go again.
Good metres on offer too here.
Fantastic metres, James.
For Wallsend, so they get the subset moving pretty quickly, up over halfway. They had to stop on that run, though. They're trying to play very close to the advantage line here, and for the most part, they've got it right, Wallsend. That time, it's coming a little bit unstuck and ruining the momentum. Back they come here through Sonny Mitchell. Now hops into acting half, not before running into the backside of her own player. Allo supplies the ball. Back to Allo now. Mitchell will threaten to link up on the outside there with McTaggart. Last play now. Allo, the floating cutout pass, somewhere in between middle and length, though, and ultimately going to ground.
Yeah, I don't want to harp on it, but a very, very good start to the set with good field position on the first 2 tackles. I'm sure the coach wouldn't be happy with the end of that set, and it gets compounded with a penalty. So the Wallsend Wolves will want to hang tough here and not allow a try.
So Wignall marches forward. And now French. Back through the centre. Medved. Quick play the ball. Again, Medved with it. Slowing things down here on that 7 metre mark. Medved having a dive from distance. There were plenty of players there waiting for her, though. They stopped her in mid-flight.
Good touches there.
Roll ball with a few players still at their sleeves here, the Manly side. French bouncing around with abundant energy. French again, splits them. French looking for support, floated it over the top. For a moment there, I thought that could have almost been play on out of the hands of Wallsend and then with a chance to dive on it, but instead they'll get another set.
Yeah, a very fortuitous bounce there. The Wallsend girl wasn't able to reel that one in, and it's another set of 6. So let's see if they can hold on here.
Stepping off the left foot is Grace French.
Great touch there from Alo. Very, very good touch.
She made it right on the line, had to as well, otherwise it was a second try for Grace French, which would have put the scoreline back level at 3 apiece. Can't believe how quickly this one is moving.
That's a ball down, that's a try.
And that's a great pass there for Van der Reyden, who goes in. 3 tries apiece, the referees will confer and confirm.
Yep, a nice little open side quickie. Again, really good line there from the link. And, yeah, a really, really nice worked try.
So a level ball game here into the second part of this match with about 11 minutes on the clock as Chippendale restarts things for Wallsend and heads upfield. Chesworth now on the follow-up. Out to Radburn, slowing things down. They've worked it nicely here, just shy of that 7-metre mark. If they can work a strike dump, certainly a raid is set to follow. They don't get it on this occasion. Chippendale. Oh, geez, nearly Chesworth caught unawares there. Chippendale, however, sees a little something. Just building, however, good pressure jamming in off the wing there for Manly.
Yeah, really good defence there from Manly. It was a little bit too static, I think, there from the Wolves. They couldn't seem to get the right flow and the right play. They were trying to set up, firstly, Rooster and then the sweeper, and they just weren't able to get into the right spot there. And here comes the Manly girls on a very good set.
A couple of good drives, and they followed up with another one
Great
here,
run
Manly.
there. Great run
and
there.
To deck goes Chesworth as well. They weren't pulling up on that run. That's much better defence for the follow-up touch, though. And that does stop them in their tracks. Last play now, but another strike dump is worked here. Good ball over the top, or just out in front of Smith. The line was open and waiting for her. Unfortunately, she didn't have the go-go gadget extendo arms.
No, she would have needed 11-foot arms to be able to catch that pass that was just too far out in front of her. But again, a really good set there from the Manly girls going all the way down the field. And here's some enterprising play again from the Wolves. First tackle on halfway. Let's see what they can put on the back of this set.
They're certainly not afraid to throw it around. They've been very creative with their ball playing so far. Stevens now to Allo. Back to Stevens through the middle. Touch comes in last play now. Incorrect roll ball though, so that's going to hurt them.
Yeah, not square there with the roll ball on the fifth tackle. A coach killer. Absolute coach killer.
I can't imagine that Christian Brown would be too happy with that one. In fact, should I say, Aaron Hard's the coach for Wallsend. Stevens comes up and makes the touch. Good hands there from French. Ball came at her at pace. Last play now. Speaking of at pace here, they work it with lots of room to move here. Van der Reyden tried to open up some kind of a gap, but Stevens did a really good job to slide there quite quickly.
Yep, she did. Unfortunately there for the Manly girl, she wasn't aware that it was the last tackle. She was still trying to put on a dump there. So the Wolves look a little bit unorganised here, and I think Manly can smell a bit of blood in the water. They're getting up and shooting. That might be the fourth tackle, and they're trying to bring on the troops now. Oh, that's a big touch.
And I think that's more than big. It's going to be forceful contact. Yep, that's the case there. I must say that's a 50-50 call because she was off balance.
Yeah, no, she was, but yeah, I don't know. I think it was a penalty. I think that was a forward pass, but I think that was definitely a penalty there, James.
I think we need to put you in a pink shirt based on all this.
No, thanks.
Touch comes in. Exactly, that's the case, isn't it? We can say as much as we like up here. We're not down there on the ground. They're doing a great job throughout the day, the
Absolutely.
referees.
They do a tremendous job. They do a really, really good job, and everyone has to remember that without referees, we wouldn't have a tournament. So the next time someone wants to be critical or negative, if you're not prepared to get out there and grab a whistle yourself, maybe you could close your mouth.
Very good point as Chippendale is caught here just shy of that 7-metre mark. Radburn with Chippendale now wrapping around. Will threaten to link up there with the run of Mitchell. Instead, back to the 7 she goes. Mitchell to Radburn. Touch comes in. Last play. Here is Chippendale now. Chippendale threatening as always. Oh, beautiful ball. But I think they've dropped it in the process. Either way, they're going to call it back here. So score remains level. 3 tries apiece with about 7 on the clock.
Yeah, really, really good defence there. Through the ruck there, that'll be a penalty. Really, really good defence there from the Manly winger and the Manly link. Pressing up and making the touch there on the touch. Wasn't sure what number the Wallsend Wolves girl was actually, but just good defence.
So coming in here is Radburn to make that touch as they head toward the sideline. Fresh troops onto the pitch now. Halliday is one of them. She takes a run, followed up by Taudian. Back toward the centre they come. Still a couple of plays up their sleeves. Oh, they had an option out wide. Went away from it initially. Play on for now, however, out of acting half and caught with the ball. So that is the changeover against Manly. They had options there, just needed to speed up the process a little quicker.
I think you're right there, James. I think if the release and gave it to the sweeper, I think she would have dived and scored because the middle who made the touch didn't exit the touch in the best of shape. And I think the sweeper certainly could have been diving and looking at a try.
Well, early on in this fixture, I call we could be on the way for a nail-biting draw, and that is definitely where it's headed at the moment. 6 minutes to go, still 3 tries apiece, and you really can't separate these two sides. They're undefeated so far today. 3 from 3 for both Wallsend and Manly.
Oh, a 5th tackle penalty.
That's got to hurt. I can't imagine Christian Brown will be too happy with that for his side. But up they come now to make the touch on Stevens. Stevens running directly at that woman who had to retreat quickly.
Very good defence there.
Yeah, they stopped Allo right on the spot. She'll play it here. Stevens to Allo. Touch comes in there from Calms. Stevens again threatening, pops it back on the inside. This time they do beat them.
The Wallsend girls, they call that the chicken, which is the rooster out, and then they turn it back inside for the boy. So that's a really, really well constructed try there. Really, really well constructed try.
Does give them a slender lead going into the final stages of this match inside the last 5 minutes. Wallsend 4-3 on the score. Hope you're enjoying all the action. Let us know where you are watching it from, who you're barracking for. It's a good contest, this one, between Manly and Wallsend, as Smith comes forward. Stevens makes the touch. Here they come now, Manly. Oh, it was building for them nicely. Stevens, I think, however, had got back in time just in case she was required.
Yeah, again, really good defence from the girls, from the Wolves, and they get the chance now to ruck it out.
So they'll operate down that skinny short side, trying to get those fresh substitutions onto the field. Chippendale is one of them. She's with the ball now and up over halfway. Has such a lovely stride about her, Chippendale.
She just cruises across the field, doesn't she? Yeah. Oh, that's not the best play of the ball.
You're right there, Mitch. It has been picked up by the officials as well, so change over there. And now it starts to get a little bit concerning here for the Manly girls. They do have ball in hand, but inside the final 4 minutes, scoreboard pressure becomes a big factor here.
Yep.
So they turn it back towards the middle. Now Wickham over halfway. French is back out there. She's been tireless in her efforts in this match. French with a great play the ball. They've got a nice roll on here, Manly. They'll play once more. Oh, and at the crucial time, they've lost the footing. Patterson just couldn't get a clean scoop of it.
Yeah, they've run that play quite a lot. They come to the box and then they sweep back, either put a punish on the back of it, or that was going to be, looks like it was going to be an open side release. So they just weren't able to execute with as the coaches call it, completing their 1%ers. So, we've got another error here from the Wolves. So it really is anyone's game. Who's going to complete their sets for the last, couple of minutes?
Yeah, 3 minutes left here. And Stevens probably didn't need to throw that pass. They've got to remember, Wallsend, they're in front. They don't need to push anything at this point. So quick play the ball here as Taudian comes forward. Now with Wickham. Wickham supplies for Calms, who takes the touch. Scooting out of acting half is Halliday. Halliday links up. Oh, what about that for a dive? Forget Clark Kent. That is completely Superman or Superwoman as it should be.
Really, really good constructed try. Halliday out of half. Squared her girl up. Passed to the link. Really, really nice dive, as you said. Superman-esque. And we're all locked up.
4 tries apiece. Just over 2 minutes remaining. This one is coming down to the wire. Both sides coming into this match, 3 from 3. We could be headed for a draw, or is there a late twist still to come? Chippendale. And then followed up with a run there from McTaggart. Here is Chippendale once again, threatening to link up with McTaggart, who hops in at acting half, and now they promote the footy further to Mitchell. Mitchell with the dummy. Last play now. Nothing really doing so far in this set here for Wallsend. Can Chippendale conjure up a miracle? Chippendale with a big dummy, but the touch already came through.
Yeah, very good touch there from Halliday. I'm sure there was heart-in-mouth stuff there.
I know someone who had his heart in his mouth just for a moment there. You're looking very nervous as to whether a touch was made, Mitch. Up towards halfway now come Manly and straightening the attack. That's a nice run there from Halliday.
Great run.
They'll pop it back here for Smith. And now Wickham. 10 metres into enemy territory.
No, 7 on the field again.
Turned over the ball here. Yes, you're right. 7 on the field is the call. So back at the halfway mark. Really good field position here for Wallsend coming into the final minute. This could be it. Can they steal it at the death? Mitchell. They promote it further. Wider still it comes now to Stokes. Oh, very flat pass there. Play on is the call though. Mitchell is caught about 15 away from the try line. They'll wait to get the reinforcements. Smart play there though from Chelsea Smith, who chimed out of line. Didn't give them the time they wanted to work with. They've gone to ground there with Allo. They'll still get another few plays here, so they'll be able to keep the ball up until full time here, which means the last opportunity rests with the Wallsend Wolves. Stevens touches it. Smith makes the touch. Once more, up they step here. This will be the last play now. Allo, what can she do? Oh, straight into the hands. It's off here for Manly. It's a foot race. Can they outstand them? Here comes Holly Radburn. She's not going to have enough pace. Vera goes all the way and steals it at the death. Jasmine Vera has won it for Manly against all the odds.
Oh, can you believe it? The intercept after the siren goes.
Well, they weren't content with the draw. I can tell you now they'll be far more upset about that final result, though. What a game it was, Mitch Walkerton.
A tremendous game, a really, really good game. I'd expect both teams to go fairly well and fairly deep on Sunday.
Well, that could well be a precursor to the grand final itself. What a match it was at full time. Manly steal it after the siren, 5-4. We've still got more action coming your way in just a moment. We head to the 16 boys division. Mudgee take on Carlingford. It'll be myself and Jordan Parsonage in the booth with you. Stick around, all the action in 5 minutes time here on Bar TV and New South Wales Touch Football.